Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Yeah. About to get all these pictures framed. Man, how about Jasmine Parsons? Just had a flashback from seeing this picture. Literally the reason that they won on Sunday. Last night, however, the men's national championship. Boy, oh boy. Winning never gets old. Felt great last night. Not only was I on UConn -7 and a hook, I was on the over 132 and a hook. Also, UConn winning was who I had in my bracket. I was the only one in the bracket challenge I did with my friends who had UConn. So, I won the money. It's a little small something. Everybody put up $10. Winner takes all. And that is this guy, the winner. Last night, however, though, I was never nervous about them winning outright. However, I kept looking at it like, man, the spread is only up 4 or 5 points. Like, it was only a 12 to 15 point game most of the game. Like, and then they went on that 9-0 run and it's 55-50, and I'm like, my man G-Bo's texting me talking about some, man, I can't believe UConn are and then talking like they already won. I'm talking like they already won back, so it's partly my fault too. I'm like, yeah, man, I won the tournament challenge with I'm on Doom. I look up 55-50. I literally said, all right, bro, we jinxing it. Let's calm down. Jordan Hawkins hits that huge major three just to give him momentum back and push the lead back up. But man, what a game. What a game. UConn, baby. National champions. It usually doesn't always correlate how it correlated this season. When they came out to that 14-0, jumped out hot, they were beating everybody then by 20, 25 points. And I swear, I wish I had a producer to this show and I could tell him to pull up some clips of me talking about UConn in November, December, January, and February. I've been on this team all season, riding high. I mean, I remember, I think it was first week of December, they beat Alabama by 20. And I was like, oh yeah, this team is for serious. And then they run into the gauntlet that is the Big East, stumble a little bit, which actually probably helped me out because nobody was on them. Everybody was on Bama, Houston. I think some people was on Kansas. But all I saw was a lot of Bamas and a lot of Houstons going into the tournament about a month ago. So, kudos. Man, I don't even know how to say it. Do a recap of my biggest wins of the season. Can't believe Marquette won the Big East at plus 2,000. I get Florida Atlantic in the Final Four at plus 5,500. LSU women's at plus 1,800 in the futures market. And then to have UConn win, I don't know, man. Sometimes you walk outside and the sun's shining, the birds are chirping. Maybe it's the luck of the Irish. I don't know. You tell me. If you could tell me where those lines are from, what movie, I'll cash up you $20. Tweet me at Rowan Donaghy on Twitter. Before I jump into some baseball today, pretty light day on my slate. I thought I was gonna run into this problem earlier than I did. There are like 6 props out right now, out of the 100 that should be out. Maybe by the time I'm done with the show, maybe even right now. I remember yesterday they were literally adding them as I was looking. I would click on a team and it'd be like 2 names, and then I'd go back like literally 2 minutes later it'd be like 4 names. But yeah, see now they're here. See that's come on, man. Get your props out a little earlier. Now I'm be on the show trying to like tell you like I don't know, man. I'm not even. That's not even about to look. It just made me mad. I literally just looked before I came on air live, and no props were posted. And now all of a sudden I can get Aaron Judge total bases minus 108. Like, bro, I would have bet that 10 minutes ago. Anyway, I did bet 2 props. Honestly, none of them. I mean, I like them, but I think if I would have saw some of these other names a minute ago, I wouldn't have took the 2 that I took. However, that's neither here or there. I'm talking in circles. I'm rambling, bambling, stumbling, bumbling. Um, I low key lost my whole train of thought. Oh yeah, I'm about to take this NCAA B championship a day off. I'm gonna fire my producer one day. Fire my producer one day. Hire a real one. He thinks just because I've known him all my life, he can't lose a job. Well, I got another thing coming for you, bucko. Anyway, before I get into the baseball plays that I have tonight, I really only on one money line, one side. It's a weird day with aces and non-aces and 6-day rotations, and I'm not gonna touch any totals. Like I said, man, I've had a great month. 162 games of the season in baseball. No need to force any bets any day. I got one bet for y'all I will give out later. 2 props I will give out later. Aaron Judge minus 108 on the total basis. Definitely would take that. Probably still will. Maybe not though. I already got my bets in. Like I said, I'm having a good day. I like where everything is at. Let me jump into some NBA talk, baby. Now that the collegiate kids are back in their dorms, celebrating a wonderful season, preparing maybe for some final exams. Man, when you make the coffee right, ain't nothing better. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard. It's Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives, going live on this fabulous Tuesday, April 4th, baby. I felt like the year was flying, and then it hit April, and it's been like, I feel like it's been April for 3 weeks now, and it is only the 4th. Nothing really changed since yesterday when I touched on this, because no NBA games were last night. That's the joke. I touched on who clinched yesterday. There's only 5 days left in the regular season. If I had to guess, there's about 2 games left for everybody. Tonight, there's a huge slate of games. If I was going to bet any of these, it would literally be just overs. I would just jump on the overs. Go crazy on NBA overs for the last 5 days of the season. Because who's playing defense at a time like this? Let me take a few of these real quick. Should have looked at this before I got on the show live. So far, there's only one that I like. Yeah, I mean, I'm on one. I'm gonna take one of these overs. I'll give it to you in a second. NBA games. Let me see NBA games that actually matter on the Western Conference. A lot of games matter on the West. Like I touched on yesterday, in the Western Conference, from 5 through 12, you got about 4.5 games separating them, which means nothing at the end of the day. There's only 2 games left, huh? I guess you kind of know what's going to happen. I guess the seeding is internal. We're looking at the play-in tournament 7 through 10, which, I mean, come on. I'm not a fan of this play-in tournament at all. We just watched the Lakers and the Pelicans deal with injury after injury and fight and claw and scratch their way into the 7th and 8th seed. And now we're telling them, hey, you got to go play them young guns over in Oklahoma City or the young guns over in Minnesota. And if, and only if, you win those games, can you come play in the playoffs? It just sucks, man. The NBA, I don't know what they're doing. They've just been dropping in popularity over the last decade. And I feel like the more they try to save it, the worse it gets. They're talking about doing a mid-season tournament next season. What is this? What is this? Hacky Sack League? Nobody cares about no dang tournament in the middle of the season. For what? For what? For what? It's not the playoffs. It's not a championship ring. Oh yeah, man. Play mid-season tournament champs over here. Who cares? I'm old school, man. Throw the ball out there. Let the kids play. On the Eastern Conference, things are a little more locked up. We might see a few changes between the 7th and 10th seed, but it's really just the 8, 9, and 10 that might jump around a little bit. No way the Nets are catching the Knicks. No way the Heat's catching the Nets. They might. Maybe the Heat has a chance to get in that 6th seed. They're 2 games back. See what their schedule is looking like remaining. Tonight, the Heat have the Pistons on the road. That should be an easy one. The Nets at home taking on the T-Wolves, probably a little tougher. And then we're going to show the Nets taking on the Pistons tomorrow. Heat 76ers. And I Heat Wizards. So they got 3 games left. Nets have 3 games left. Both of these teams have 2 easy games and a pretty easy one. So, I mean, it's going to be whoever wins. Well, I guess the Nets. All right, there's like 4 games left. I don't know how they fit 4 games in 5 days for all of these teams. So there's 4 games left. I'm sorry. I really should have did my homework. I'm like doing everything on the fly, trying to break down NBA playoffs. When really, I'm just waiting to see the dang seeding, and I can start betting these playoffs, baby. But yeah, the Suns, baby, take on the Spurs tonight. For some reason, they are 18-point favorites, which is criminal. What do you think? The Spurs are not going to show up? I don't think the Suns have beaten anybody this season by 17.5 points or more. That's not who the Suns are. They don't blow teams out. They don't have the defense to blow teams out. They outscore a lot of teams. They win most of their games 6 to 12 points at the most. A lot of close games for the Suns this regular season, which I think behooves them come playoff time. One thing I did last night, I took a futures bet on the MVP. I took Giannis last night. I think it was during halftime of the game last night. I'm not going to lie to you. I took Giannis last year too, around the same exact time, around the same number. I had him plus 500 last year. And I feel like I got bamboozled this year by doing it again. Shout out to Ken Barkley of You Better You Bet. He's a guy that I kind of listen to and look for the most on NBA and NFL. That's what he does best. Kind of ignore him when he talks baseball or college hoops. But he is one of my favorite guys, and he pretty much went on a little rant yesterday about how crazy it was, this market was. He did a little tweeting about it, and he said he's just so over it. He's done with it. You can get Joel Embiid at minus 250. You can get the Joker at plus 250, and then Giannis is plus 600. Basically, it came out yesterday. A lot of writers, and this means nothing. Ken Barkley specified, none of this means anything. None of this means anything. A few months ago, when they did the first census, 17 people were on Giannis for the first place votes. So this really means nothing. It's not like a lot has changed. A few people, though, have come out and said that they're changing their vote from Embiid to Giannis strictly on the last 2 months of the season, which makes sense. You need to be the most valuable for your team, and you need to be the most valuable when it counts the most. Definitely think Joel Embiid is overrated. Personal opinion. His value to the Sixers, though, without Joel Embiid, I don't think they win even 40 games in the season, even with everybody else. James Harden, all them cats. I think Embiid is the engine that makes this team go. That's a pretty dumb statement. Of course, that he is. He's a superstar. He's a triple-double threat every time on the floor. He is who they work through. It's just, I don't know, man. Like I said, I did the same exact thing last year. Everybody was talking, this and that, and voters fatigue and all of that. And then I take Giannis, and the Joker comes out of nowhere. Boom! Takes the MVP for the second, maybe third in a row. I don't know. I really don't keep up with NBA. I tell y'all this to be transparent. I tell y'all this so that y'all understand what type of information y'all are taking in. I'm a sports gambler. Originally, way back, 2008, 2012, I got into sports gambling specifically because of my love for the NBA. And I don't know. Over the last decade, I just have fallen out of love with it. Baseball has become my favorite sport. College basketball has become my second favorite sport. I mean, college basketball and MLB are really 1A, 1B. Everything else is 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, I kind of do, I don't know. I just don't want to be sitting here like I know everything about everything. We just went through college basketball season. Y'all saw what I rocked there. We get into baseball. NBA playoffs are coming. I will be betting it. I will be giving out information on it. But that's why I shouted out Ken Barkley. A lot of my information for the NBA comes secondhand. I don't have the passion, nor do I have the time to really dive deep into the NBA, especially during March Madness and the beginning of baseball. So once the playoffs come, I'll probably spend, I don't know, I'll probably spend the whole 2 or 3 days during the play-in tournament breaking down some NBA stuff and how to attack the playoffs. I usually bet the overs the last 2 weeks of the season and then flip it to the unders. First round of the playoffs, they like to slow things down. Every bucket means something. All those role players, some of them disappear, some of them step up. So that's how we gonna rock, man. Last night I took Giannis Antetokounmpo plus 600 for NBA MVP, strictly because Ken Barkley said you'd be a fool not to. I'm not gonna be a fool. Like Nick Costos, the host and co-host, I don't know how they rock it. Nick Costos, Ken Barkley, you bet. Weekdays, 2 p.m. to 6 Central Time. My guys. Ken Barkley said, I don't care what about, I don't know. Kent Barkley was like, I gotta take a position on Giannis, even though I've been trying not to. But hey, sometimes you have to adjust. Uh, I'd rather adjust than be a fool. And then Nick said, "Yeah, who cares as long as you're winning? I am into winning." So I said, "Hey, these guys got a point." Y'all like my Nick Costos impression? Pretty good, huh? Kidding. You're listening to Captain Buy a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives. That was 15 minutes of the worst breakdown you've probably ever got on NBA basketball. Before I move on to baseball, I will give out this over that I have in my bet slip. I'm gonna take it right now as I'm talking about it. It is. Oh yeah, I cut my keyboard off to charge it. Cavaliers Magic over 223. That's it. No hook. Over 223. Cavaliers Magic on the over. I don't think Orlando cares enough to even try to play defense, and I think the Cavs are going to go up 20, and they're not going to care about playing defense. So let's get that game over 223, baby. Let me get a 119-110 victory. I don't know, something like that. Give me something over 223. Some of these markets, though, are just ridiculous before I move on. Paolo Banchero for Rookie of the Year is minus 10,000. I guess that's locked up. Jaren Jackson Jr. minus 200 for Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, there's nobody else on this list I would even bet. Giannis, I think, is getting MVP. Not going to touch him for that. I think he's past the Defensive Player of the Year award. Brook Lopez plus 125, I think, is ridiculous. But again, I maybe watched one Bucks game all season, and it was by accident. Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo. Love Bam. Absolutely love him. And Jared Allen. That's I was picturing Jared Jack. If y'all know Jared Jack from the NBA, man, that's hilarious. I do know Jared Allen. That boy is a dog down low. And then Anthony Davis at plus 10,000. Like, there's really nowhere to go with this market but Jaren Jackson Jr. at minus 200. Unless you have some inside information. And then Coach of the Year. Well, I'm skipping some stuff. But Sixth Man of the Year, Emmanuel Quickly for my New York Knicks is minus 560. Most Improved Player. This is something that might have a little value. Most Improved Player. They got Lauri Markkanen at minus 500 and Shea Alexander and Gildress plus 275. I don't know. If the plus 275 is a little bigger, I might touch it. It's crazy they got Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges here. Like, what? Huh? These guys are supposed to be superstars. At least in my book. I mean, watching them in college. Two of Villanova's finest. All right, let me get off of NBA. Like I said, I will be on the Cavs Magic over 223 tonight. Yes, finally, all my future bets for college basketball have been cleared. Though except for two of them. The Wooden Award still here. Didn't Edie win that? I got Marcus Sasser and Adama Sanogo from like January 12th sitting in my bet slip. Ready to clear this thing out. Clear it out. Even though I have like 20 baseball futures sitting in there too. All right, where we at? Where we at? Yeah, they got the Cavs only a 4.5 point favorite, so I think this game stays close. Definitely think it gets to the over 223. Jumping over to the diamond, baby, the baseball side. A lot of aces touching the mound for the second time this season. You got Zach Gallen, Yu Darvish taking off in a showdown in San Diego. Man, the Arizona Diamondbacks cannot get their bats going. I think they need to go search the spring training facilities for any left bats behind. Last night was the first game they got over 2 runs in their 5 games. still lost to the Padres 5-4. Tonight you got Zach Gallen and Darvish coming up to the plate. Zach Gallen, man, he was a trendy favorite for Cy Young. Still could have an amazing season. Don't ever take anything off of one start, especially not against the Dodgers. But his ERA is sitting above 9 right now. Sandy Alcantara pitching today against the Twins, man. Twins still undefeated, 4-0. I really don't believe it. I don't believe it. Ooh, ooh, she all on me, on me. That should be a good game. You got, never know how to say this guy's name. You got Madia taking the mound for the Twins. What are the games that's going on? Reds, man. The red hot Cincinnati Reds. I will enjoy this as long as it lasts. 3-1, baby, are the Cincinnati Reds. White Sox, Mets, Reds, Giants, Astros. And then there's like 20 other teams that I like. But those are the 5 that I follow on MLB app. Those are my 5 favorite teams for the last decade. Is yes sir. Is the Reds, baby. My 3rd favorite team, Cincinnati, strictly because of Pete Rose, the GOAT. The Reds 3-1. I will be enjoying that as long as it lasts. Like I said, the Rays 4-0 still taking on the Nationals. That should be a good one. Philly still looking for their first win. Still don't think they get it today. I wouldn't be mad at you if you took the Yanks one more time. I'm looking at them right now, people. Whew. I might have to, bro. Yankees plus 143 on the run line. I'm doing it. You can't stop me. I am doing it. Oh, I keep forgetting my keyboard's off. All right, I just put that in. I'm gonna get in trouble with these live bets one day, but they ain't biting me yet. I don't know. I'm nervous now that I bet it. Yankees 3-1 taking on the Phillies. Yerman on the mound. How about the Red Sox giving up 10 runs a game? It feels like every time I look at a Red Sox score, it's like 9-8, 7-6, 11-10. They're always down 1, and the score is tremendously high. I don't know what's going on with the Red Sox. They need to get some pitching over there in Fenway Park. Blue Jays let the Royals get their first win yesterday. Blue Jays got smacked, man. It was like 8-0 by the time I checked in on the game. Mad Max Scherzer on the mound taking on Wade Miley. Mets Brewers tonight. That will be a good one. Cannot wait to watch that one at 6:40. What else is rocking? What else is going on? Steven Matz. I'm going to fade him tonight. He's pitching for the Cardinals. Orioles still haven't announced a pitcher. I like the Orioles, but I haven't bet them. Waiting to see who that pitchers are going to be. I think the Astros need to get some rhythm back, man. I'm going to stay away from them for a few days. They almost, man, triumphantly almost came back last night. They were down 4-0. Man, how good is Yordan Alvarez? I mean, sheesh. Add Jose Abreu in that lineup. They're going to get rolling at some point, and they're going to end up winning 28 out of 40 and run away with this division like they always do. Also, one thing that helps this team run away with divisions is how bad their division is. Everybody is high on the Mariners. 1-4 so far, the Seattle Mariners are. You're going to have to do better than that. I know it's still early. No time to panic. A lot of teams are struggling early. Blue Jays only got 1 win. Mariners only got 1 win. What other team is supposed to be good that only has 1 win? I mean, Astros are 2-3. Dodgers 3-2. Sheesh. Yeah, man. I mean, Padres came out bad, but they won 3 straight, and they got Darvish on the mound tonight. Man, it's gonna be a good games. Good games today. Good games. It's gonna be good games. Good games. Good games. Anyway, let me give you. I got 2 bets and 2 props. I just took Yankees live to give me 2 bets. So Yankees on the run line -1.5 was plus 143, I believe. 143 plus 143. Yankees -1.5. I gave out the Magic Cavs over 223. The 2 total base props that I have for you guys tonight. The one of them's a little shaky. One of them's pretty good. To give me Dansby Swanson for the Cubs. Love this guy Dansby. Over 1.5 total bases -104. Pretty even right there. Give me Dansby Swanson. The Reds and the Cubs put on a miraculous show yesterday. 7-6 victory by the Reds. Definitely think the offense will show up again today. And then also, give me Manny Machado for the Padres. Manny Machado, I think he gets rolling tonight. We saw Soto hit a bomb last night. Bogarts has been amazing for the Padres. Let me get Manny in the party, baby. Somebody let Manny in. Is Manny at the door? Let Manny in. Let's get Manny in here. Manny over 1.5 total bases plus 112. Those are the 2 props that I have. And then the Braves on the money line plus 116. Give me the Braves, baby. Taking on Steven Matz. Man, Steven Matz, when he came up with the Mets, I was pretty excited about him. I'm not going to say he's not the best or he's not that good, but I definitely think the Braves beat him up today. I think the Braves put up 4 to 5 runs by the 4th inning on Steven Matz and kind of cruise to a victory here. I got him on the money line plus 116. This is simply a fade of Steven Matz. And also the Braves are one of the hottest teams starting out the season, 3-1. They had that little shakeup on Sunday versus the Nationals to be their first loss. But they got back rolling yesterday. I think they go crazy tonight. I think that offense explodes like we know it can. Those are the bets I have for you today. It's Yankees -1.5, Braves money line, Dansby Swanson over 1.5 total bases, Manny Machado over 1.5 total bases. I don't know why I was about to take a hat off. And then Cavaliers Magic over 223. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the support. This has been Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives. Please take all wagers at your own risk, and please, please gamble responsibly. Dives.